also download your submission comments right here. This is in the way that you can see download submission comments. So if you're entering grades in the gradebook, do not get confused with the submit button. Just know that in order to change a grade, you just click outside the box and it processes. Let's see, what other things are there? You can zoom in and out. You can rotate the image, but it won't let me rotate this one. And you can download. See, this is the download button. So if I wanted to download an assignment, I could. In order to get back to the gradebook, you just click on the gradebook here. Okay.
Karen, could I ask a quick question? When you're in Gradebook or when you're in SpeedGrader, within the assignment, do we only have the option to type our comments, or can you also use audio? Because I know you can use audio in the comment box down on the right. I'm wondering if you can do it in the assignment.
That's a good question. Yes, right here. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can, because it would have been in the toolbar up here if that was a choice. Or not.
Yeah.
Let me check.
That makes sense.
Karen, what's the question?
In SpeedGrader, can you leave it audio or video, but not in the comments box, but in the actual SpeedGrader. Let me show you. We can get to representation here. Right here, SpeedGrader.
That's what,
up here.
those are for.
Well, but
Assignment.
yeah, she knows. She was just wondering if we could leave them in, literally inside.
No, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
No. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So let's see. Okay, student view. Now, one thing to remember in the middle of the semester is that your students are going to see something different from what you're seeing. We're in my percentage grade book. What you want to do to find out what a student is seeing is go to Home, go to Student View. This creates a test student in your course that you can then see the viewpoint from, and you would go to Grades. And this is what the student sees, that they have a missing picture assignment, that they have missed, that they don't have a submission here. They will, even if you're on a points-based system, will see these percentages here. But the total, if it were a points, would be in points. It wouldn't be a percentage, but they will see these. One thing to remember, for example, it looks like the student's doing really well with a 93%. But in fact, if you click on this button that says calculate based only on graded assignments, and you see the student's missing several assignments, it will show them what their real score is. And that's a 57. So it's very important that you tell them to unclick this box, calculate based only on graded assignments. And it has to be done by the student. We can't go in and automatically make it show them the true score. They have to be clicking this box if they really want to know what their grade is. And they will see that there are missing assignments here. So even if they have this clicked, they should be seeing that these are missing assignments and that they will probably get zeros for them. So that's a very important thing we want you to point out to your students. Okay. Okay. One thing we encourage you to do when you're in the gradebook, we're going to get out of student view now, is to make sure there's a number in every column. So for example, I think all of my students have not submitted this. So I'm going to go in here and set a default grade and give all students the same grade for test fun by entering this and submitting a grade below. So I'm going to put a 0. I don't want to overwrite any already entered grades. And this will place a 0 in the column, in the space for every student that has not submitted. And it says, okay, 14 students, and they all got zeros. Now I did this earlier today, and this student already had 100, and it remained 100. So that's why you don't want to overwrite the grades. But always make sure you have numbers in every column. Let's see. At the end of the semester, you want to make sure you have your grading scheme set up. If you haven't already done that, that's where it translates grades into letters. And you want to make sure you don't have any hidden assignments. Now, you see here that says hide grades. If for whatever reason you didn't want the students to see that grade, make sure, and you hide it and you hid it, make sure at the end of the semester that this is not hidden. And you'll know if it's hidden by seeing this I here. So to take it out of hide, you will go to post grades and then press post. And then they can see it now. All the students can see it. Okay. And as you reach the end of the semester, like I said, it's important that you have every box has a number in it. Any ungraded assignments need to be graded. Okay. And let's see. So make sure if the credit is signed up. So I guess that ends it. Make sure that you have your extra credit. The way I wrote this packet is that it reminds you at certain points, again, to do certain things because it's based on a timeline. So some of it's repetitive, but that's always a good thing. Redundancy can be helpful when you're doing something over a long period of time. Do you have any questions?
Karen, I had a question about weighting assignments.
Yes.
So if I wanted to move from or have each group of assignments weighted, can I still use points for the assignments, or do I have to use percentages when I score the individual ones?
It's best to use percentages if you have a weighted system. It
Okay.
can be very confusing if you mix them. So, yeah. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I have a question. Can we bring like our grade book over to you? And mine's kind of, I don't know whether it's a mess, whether it's helpful for the students. I use points, but you said they prefer percents?
No, not that they prefer it. Sometimes students come from their high schools and they're used to percentages, but I think it's overall easier personally as an instructor. I've always felt that the point system was much easier for students and teachers to understand. However, there are some people who like to use the percentage system. Some people like to kind of make that feel like it's an extension of high school. I don't really agree with that methodology, but it's, everybody has different preferences. I highly encourage using a point system.
Okay, well, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing I'll mention, I really enjoyed. I learned a lot because we're all on our own and kind of figuring out how to do it. The other thing is I'm signed up for some of the other ones that you're going to offer. So
Yeah.
are they roughly like a half hour? I didn't know how much time to set aside.
Oh, yes. Well, we usually, I think, you take an hour for each presentation that we're going to have. I can't remember what the series is called, but our workshops usually are an hour, and we do them on Zoom, so you can do it remotely if you'd like. One thing, like I said earlier, the Canvas guides are very, very helpful and very user-friendly. When you go into instructor guide, even if you press Control F to look for something,